dude, I can't do this now. I'm on deadline. I'm still busy. Hey there. Welcome back. I've got a couple emails from people, in fact a phone call even, that they didn't like the idea of me reading my column, so we have kind of a laptop situation set up here with it's kind of a teleprompter, so I'm going to try to make eye contact, but I'm really reading stuff, so just imagine that I'm making eye contact with you and that this is a very intimate moment between the two of us. If you'd like to read along with me, just look at the reflection on my glasses. You'll be able to see it. Anyway, this is from the February column from Sojourners. It's about the International Space Station, as it turns out, which is a cramped scientific laboratory orbiting in an environment where temperatures on a good day top out at minus 273 degrees Celsius. Now, Celsius, as you know, is the unit of measure named after the Clintons' daughter, because it was like a birthday present. Anyway, despite the harsh conditions and a history of shoddy construction and repair, the space station last month officially became more comfortable than my own house. They put in a second bathroom. As of last November, there's no more waiting in the space station when nature calls, nor for that matter, when Houston calls and the astronauts are looking for a different place to hide during the daily inquiries from ground control. Houston, we noticed you concluded your last transmission with the phrase, "I am the walrus, goo-goo-goo-joob, goo-goo-goo-joob." Well, we know you've been up there for like 8 months, but listen, we need to talk. Over? After 10 years and almost $100 billion, the International Space Station has produced less usable scientific data than the International House of Pancakes. In fact, Scientific American just reported that customers who order IHOP's new Big Bucket of Pancakes breakfast are actually visible from space when they waddle back to their cars. Regardless, with a second bathroom, a new gym, and an updated kitchen, the space station now has more comforts than the average American starter house, certainly more than mine. In my own home, I have to wait for what seems like a full rotation of the Earth just to get in and shave. But not the crew of the space station, no. With 2 bathrooms, there's no need for an impatient astronaut, having just consumed 1 large tang, to hop up and down and shout, "You want to hurry up in there?" Or, alternately, "I hear a newspaper rustling behind that door. You better not be reading the sports section in there." Actually, hopping up and down is discouraged in a weightless environment, since one tends to bounce uncontrollably from bulkhead to bulkhead, knocking over important scientific experiments such as their pyramid of Russian vodka bottles that was carefully assembled when communications temporarily went dark as the shuttle orbited around the far side of the Earth. Crew members often use this time period to strengthen cross-cultural ties and share the customs common to all peoples, such as beer belching. During one previous distant orbit, for example, American astronauts and their Russian colleagues got as far as 47 bottles of beer on the wall before the shuttle reappeared on the Houston radar. This time period is also useful for making unauthorized spacewalks, so crew members can float around to that big window in front of the control room and scare the crap out of whoever's on duty. That's always good for a laugh. A second bathroom was also double the capacity of the space station's most promising experiment, the onboard recycling system that turns urine into drinking water. Not only is the success of this system critical to the long-term viability of the space station, it is also, from an unscientific standpoint, one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. The $250 million system frequently malfunctions and has not yet been approved for use, which is a relief because I was getting these mental pictures of that forever in my image of the American space program, not to mention thinking about how tang gets its distinctive color. Okay, too much, sorry. Suffice it to say, for $250 million, Aquafina would probably deliver. Now, I've been a long-time critic of the space station and still believe it is the worst decision Bill Clinton made during his presidency. Okay, maybe the second worst. He chose to fund a scientific platform in the vacuum of space rather than the ground-based and much less expensive superconducting supercollider that would have exponentially expanded the frontiers of physics research and led to untold advances in propulsion, alternative energy, and my personal favorite, time travel. Okay, so maybe not time travel. Not yet, anyway. But the thing got built in France with European money and has already produced major discoveries during construction, such as how universal health care makes people in hard hats whistle while they work. In the interest of full disclosure, the European Collider had a major malfunction after only a couple months in operation, but I figure, they just need to reboot or something. The spiraling cost of the space station will only get worse, especially if you price in the millions required to pay off Somali pirates who, at the rate they're going, will probably take over the thing in the next couple of weeks. I say we let them take over the Super Collider instead, then hit the switch and send it back in time a couple hundred years. Heck, they'd probably thank us.